Welcome, everybody, to Blissfully Aware, the show in which me and my friends discuss what's going on in fandom and nerd news in general. I am Bliss, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host, JD. Hi, JD!
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's the usual. And of course we are joined by the silent co-host Mochi.
Oh, Mochi!
One day, maybe when we get into like the actual YouTube scene, everybody can see how beautiful Mochi is.
See, I have to put Styles away because he makes noise. He just walks around with his tiny little feet on my hardwood and makes all
Oh
these little
no.
tippy-tappy sounds when I don't put him away.
Oh no. Yeah, fortunately my office is carpeted and cuz I think Mochi's nails would probably tippy tappy, but they are so tiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a baby.
She's a baby. She's a little baby. So yeah, what are we talking about today, Bliss?
Well, we're going to talk about two topics. One short one that just made me laugh, and one that hit the internet like a sledgehammer. So let's just get into it. JD,
Yeah.
have you heard about SiegeSec? Do you know what SiegeSec is?
Siege sec. No, definitely not. What is this siege sec?
So, SiegeSec is a group of self-described, quote, gay furry hackers.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Pick a struggle. Gay furry hackers. Okay, gay
Mm-hmm.
furry
Mm-hmm.
hackers.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything about being gay or a furry make you a better hacker?
You know, I wish I could tell you, but I
Maybe
have
the
no
audience
idea.
can weigh in on that.
If you at home listening know if being gay or a furry makes you a better hacker, chime in the comments because we've got to know.
Well, yeah, like we gotta know. Does there's got to be something about it, there's got to be something about, like why are you telling people that you're gay and a furry before you're a hacker? Like there's got to be something like intimidating about that or something that makes it easier to be a hacker.
And what I love is they have been hacking US state government agencies.
Righteous. Okay.
Yeah, they're targeting states with severe anti-trans laws.
Okay. All
Namely,
right.
they did a massive sweep in Texas, my home state, which I just love. Good for them.
Nice.
They said Texas happens to be one of the largest states banning gender affirming care, and for that, we have made Texas our target. Fuck the government.
Nice. Now, not to play devil's advocate or anything like that. Does targeting state government websites, like for example, if you targeted New York State's websites, people would not be able to, like newyork.gov, people would not be able to access unemployment services. Like they would not be able to access like the state healthcare, the Affordable Care Act healthcare marketplace. Are these things affected by these hackings, or are they just like aesthetic?
The files that are affected are things like work orders, employee lists, invoices, police reports, emails, internal documents, camera footage, stuff like that.
That's fun. Yeah, because like I would hate for like just your average Joe human being trying to live their life who's not transphobic, who's just happened to be living in Texas, to have a hard time living just because their state sucks.
Right. No, when I read the story about it, it tickled me, and I had to look into it a little bit more, and it's on brand for this show, so I had to share it with all of y'all
Totally.
because come on, gay
It's
furry
classic.
hackers.
Gay furry hackers? Brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, I guess you know what they're about, you know?
Yeah, they're about being gay, being furries, and hacking the
Being
government.
hackers. let me cock Mochi here. I'm in. She got excited about that. She was like, yeah, we're in.
But I believe you are going to help explain to me the finer details of this next one, because the people at home may or may not know, but AO3 was hacked.
Oh, I'm sure everybody knows.
The big old fat fanfiction website we all know and love was done hacked, not by the gay furry hackers.
Well, and technically it wasn't hacked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so technically AO3 wasn't hacked. It was sent down by what's called a DDoS attack, a distributed denial of service. And what makes it a distributed denial of service is the use of like bots and usually technology, which just gives the site too many server requests. So, you know how if too many people are using AO3 at one time, it loads up real slow, or like sometimes you can't get in because so many people are using it. Like that happens sometimes during the pandemic because, gosh, everybody started reading fan fiction all at the same time, and they were like, wow, server load is pretty obscene right now. Like that's a lot of requests on the server. Well, they decided to get bots to send server requests to AO3, and AO3 was only built to allow for so many.
Mm-hmm.
And because their site security wasn't perfect, because gosh, who would have thought that somebody would attack AO3, like with actual tool, like cyber terrorism tools. It was down because of that for, gosh, what was it, like 48 hours, or was it even less than that?
I feel like it was a little under 48 hours. I was able
Yeah.
to read fan fiction before I went to bed by the end of the second day.
Okay. Yeah. So AO3's volunteers were literally on top of that. That was all they were doing the entire day, was trying to figure out how to stop this DDoS attack, which for anybody who's just running, a volunteer website, anybody who's just running your run-of-the-mill website, you don't really have to think about cybersecurity because, wow, who would think? You know what I mean? And fortunately, because they were not hacked, no user information was compromised. No files were compromised. There was no information retrieval that had to happen. There was no damage. There was no vandalism to any of the pages. Fortunately, it was just a DDoS attack. And they ended up being able to undermine the DDoS attack by employing Cloudflare, which is the same. I'm sure some people in fandom have heard of Cloudflare because they are the same company that Keffels wrote to in order to stop them from providing safety to Kiwi Farms, because they were the site security for Kiwi Farms, who Kiwi Farms eventually lost because of the campaigns.
Aww. So sad.
Oh, and nothing of value was lost. So yeah, AO3 is now protected from DDoSs by cybersecurity company Cloudflare. So now I'm sure some people who were trying to log in or trying to get to the site were seeing little like verification windows and stuff like that. That was from them trying to test out their security protocols. So, and Cloudflare deals with this all the time. They're pretty much old hat. They were able to keep Kiwi Farms up for however long, so naturally, hey,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to have a problem from the DDoS standpoint from now on.
Now, did anybody claim this attack?
So yes, there was a group that was likely a mask for another group. They presented themselves as Anonymous Sudan, and they posted a short manifesto on, I think it was Mastodon, that was claiming that it was because the site was harboring immoral work and LGBTQ themes. And unfortunately, you can't trust anything that's written on the internet. I love how, people are like, people really take stuff at face value on the internet, but you really can't trust anything. So it was likely a group of Russian hackers who were providing the face of Anonymous Sudan and like kind of like this Arabic speaking like face, because they had actually attacked several websites, like government websites. They had tried to attack Reddit. Obviously, that didn't work because Reddit never went down. There were several sites. They targeted Tumblr. I don't think that worked. But they're likely Russians, and they're likely just doing it under the guise of Anonymous Sudan in order to capitalize on American hatred for Middle Eastern countries. In a post 9/11 world, it's like not that hard to get Americans to be angry at Middle Eastern groups. So these were Russian terrorists, essentially, and they're framing a group that is, that looks as though they are Middle Eastern in order to sow discord among Americans.
Nice. We love that.
We love that. Thank you. Thank you, Russia, I guess. Get out of Ukraine and stay out of our AO3 and our Tumblr and our Reddit. And stop doing that. That's awful, you freaking racist. Like, dang. And this was successful, unfortunately. A lot of people took this at face value, and they started saying pretty awful things about like the Islamic faith and Middle Eastern people. There were some people who were talking about just extremism, and there were some people who it wasn't readily apparent what group did it, but somebody had said, oh, it was based on religious extremism, and they automatically assumed fundamental Christians. And I thought that was really fun because really religious extremism in any country is pretty much the same, in any religion.
Yeah, when I heard religious extremism, I was like, oh, it's the Christians.
It's the fundies. The fundies are at it again, right?
They've come for my fan fiction. They tired of their books, and now
right?
they've come for my fan fiction. Are they
tired of the libraries? They need the fan fiction now?
Not my fan fiction, but this hit fandom, like I said, like a sledgehammer. Everybody panicked. I mean, first off, no fan fiction means no, as the kids are saying today, girl dinner.
Yeah.
But the potential that your shit is gone forever, that your favorite fics are gone forever because it's not a physical copy that you're holding in your hand. It's on the internet. It's ephemeral. It's here one day and gone the next.
Well, and here's where I shout out Renegade Bindery. Mm-hmm. They work on contributing to the fandom gift economy and teaching people how to bind books in order to create fandom in the tangible world, because the internet is not forever. We have known this. We have known this for a long time with all of the fandom purges that we've all lived through. It's not forever. It will not be forever. You can't make it forever. A lot of people, they were, oh, the internet never forgets. The internet's forever. The internet is not forever. One day the internet will be gone, like in total. And is it going to be in your lifetime? Maybe not. Probably not. But one day it's all going to be gone. I mean, you can literally have all of these cultural staples that existed only in this ethereal realm gone forever. So, I mean, if you really want something, if you really, really love something, learn how to bind, or even see if you can't get get a fan binder to bind it for you. Now, granted, it is a gift economy, so they are not allowed to take money for it. There are some people who will bind books for money, but in Renegade Bindery, it is not a matter of payment. It is a matter of the gift economy. So you gift me this, I gift you this. So they do have bindery fests that you can get in on. You can learn how to bind fic, and if you learn how to bind fic, you can get in on these fic fests, and you can have your favorite fics bound if you bind someone else's. So
that's cute.
It is very cute. It is so cool. They are over like 2,000 members at this point. They've got a lot of stuff going on. They have a Discord account. There's a Twitter. Please get on it if you want to learn how to make your fics tangible. And they are beautiful. I mean, once you get through the awkward stages of your first or second or third or 10th, once you get good, they are gorgeous. So, and they have a lot of tips and tricks for you.
See, I really want to learn how to bind books, but it seems so daunting that I'm always just like, ugh, it's not worth it. But then this happened and I was like, nah, bitch, get on that.
Yeah, I mean, legitimately, you don't need a whole heckin' lot of tools. A lot of tools help you, but you don't necessarily need them, and it is step by step. So, and steps can take a while, so you don't have to get everything right away. But Armored Super Heavy the founder of Renegade Bindery, has a how to bind books Google document, and I am telling you, it is comprehensive. It is so detailed. I mean, and it will tell you everything you need. So it'll tell you how to harvest fic for binding purposes, because there are some tips and tricks depending on where you get the fics from, whether they're AO3 or somewhere else. And how to format for printing and all that. I mean, it's an interesting pastime, and I'm so glad that there's so many people doing it, because I just can't imagine all of this stuff being lost forever. And gosh, there's probably 0.001% of the archive made into tangible books. There's only so many people doing it, and they can only do so much at a time. Just by hand binding. The more people, the better, because then we're going to have a better chance of there being more copies of niche fiction that would be otherwise lost forever.
For sure. And, I mean, there's no shame in binding your own shit either. I know some people think that that's
like gauche.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah, man, if you've spent enough time on it, you're that proud of it, bind it, keep it, sign it, give it to someone.
Totally. It's actually interesting because, if you have a favorite fic that you want bound for like festivals and stuff, they don't have to be your own fic, it can be somebody else's, but there's a thing where if you bind that author's fic, you ask them if it's okay that you bind their fic for this festival, right?
Oh.
And you can offer them and give them a print format so that they could print it themselves if they wanted to. So the author could have a print worthy like PDF.
Mm-hmm.
That has happened to me several times where I have been contacted by fan binders saying, "Hey, someone would really like me to bind your fic for them for this binding festival. You know, I can give you a copy of the PDF or however they did it. Would you like that?" And it's like, "Oh my gosh, somebody likes my fic enough to like own the only copy of it?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very nice. It's a stroke to the ego.
Yeah, it sounds flattering as hell.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love to own my own little fan fiction library. Especially for, those comfort fics that you read every 6 to 9 months.
Right? Oh, I love all my comfort fics. Also, even if you don't bind the fanfics you really love, download them as a PDF. It is totally free to do. It's easy. Get an external hard drive if you have to, or put them on your computer, put them on your iPad, whatever. Like, but download them as a PDF because like AO3 lets you do it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It wants the biggest amount of engagement for authors as humanly possible. The archive is meant to be shared. The works on the archive are meant to be shared. It's sort of like deciding that you want a library book really bad, so you just keep it.
Sure. This certainly made me go through my favorites and download all my favorites as PDFs. Because I used to do that. I used to keep up with that. And then you just get out of the habit.
Mm-hmm.
And then shit like this happens. And you're like, well, fuck me.
It's funny because I realized that, I'm a very chaotic writer. So I write my stories on a plethora of different platforms. So, and I know there's going to be people who are just screaming in the comments at this, but I have literally written stories in website interfaces. like where if I hit publish and it crashes, it's gone forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've legit written whole short stories in the Patreon interface, in the Tumblr interface. I have them on Open Office. I have them on Google Docs, which is a terrible idea. I just have them saved willy-nilly. And some of them I wrote them on a whole different computer. It's sitting here. Who knows if it'll even turn on at this point, and what am I going to do if they're gone forever? So like a week before this DDoS attack, I must have I had some message from God or something, and it was like, "Hey, I'd really like all my fics in one place. I'm just going to download all of my own fics PDFs onto my external hard drive.
Smart
I'm just going to do that so that they're all in one place." And so when it happened, I was like, "Ooh, sucks to be everyone else."
Someone's a smart cookie.
Hey, if when the universe tells you to do something, you should do it.
Yeah. Listen to that gut.
Yes. Yeah. There's something about intuition.
You never know when a gay furry hacker is going to come and attack your fanfiction website.
I wish it was the gay furry hackers. Maybe they would have had a better excuse for doing it.
Oh, God. No, they would never. Not my gay furry hackers.
Those aren't my gay furry hackers. It's not my president.
Not in a million years.
Not in a million years. How could they? Yeah, so, I mean, that's where we're at for that anyway. I don't know if I have any other advice, for anybody
No.
who's worried about that again, because I really don't think the DDoS stuff isn't gonna bring the downfall of AO3. And honestly, like Apocalypse AO3 is very unlikely to even occur. It could, theoretically, but like we're not trying to scaremonger when we say the internet's not forever and things could be gone. Like it's a fact.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that your favorite author could, somehow, oh no, like my favorite author took their fic down. It happens every day.
That's happened to me more times than I can count. I've gone to read a
Yep.
comfort fic and it's just gone.
It's just gone. Just gone forever because the author just didn't like it or deleted their account or decided they didn't like that ship anymore or got shamed out of, having it.
Yeah, for any reason. Lord knows I've told my friends that if I die to just wipe the internet of my existence. So if this podcast ever just goes away,
That would be very sad.
no, I just mostly mean my Twitter. That's the
Oh.
big one.
Well, see, I wipe my Twitter every 2 weeks, so I feel that. I feel ya.
But yeah, no, I mean downloading PDFs and learning how to bookbind or making best friends with someone who knows how to bookbind.
Right? Yeah. Making best friends. That's always a good option. Do it for fandom.
Exploit
Honestly,
your friends.
find
Do it for
your new
fandom.
bestie who binds fanfic and just write them fic.
Aw.
Yeah, it's part of the gift. It's supporting the gift economy.
It is. It's not like going up to somebody and being like, "Do you want to draw me?"
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, hi, you're such a good drawer. Will you draw me?
I love when you pose it as a question as if they're asking, "Do you want to do this thing for me?" Excuse you.
Oh my goodness, this puppy is getting into everything.
Oh,
Yes, you are.
Mochi.
You're getting into everything, Mochi. Why? She's like, but there's so much to explore. Okay, I know. We'll go outside soon. I am that person who speaks in baby talk to their dog.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm always just like, let's get some crunchies. Let's go outside.
I do that. Maybe it's just a small dog thing.
Maybe. Ooh,
Ooh.
Mr. Obama. Are you there? I'm drowning. Anyway, so yeah. What else do we have? Do we have anything else?
No, I mean, between the gay furry hackers and AO3, that was pretty much it. And I think we covered it all. We were on top of it this week.
We were on top of it. Oh my gosh. Like, so do you have a happy?
I do, actually. I went to Houston to visit a friend of mine, and we went to this anime-themed bar, and it was super cute. It was hella nerdy and way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And the drinks were, I'm not gonna say super strong, but like, they weren't weak-ass drinks.
Nice.
And the bartenders were dressed pretty skimpy, so that was a plus for me.
Nice.
And in like cosplay skimpy, so it was a good time to be had.
Oh, that's fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you.
What about you? Do you have a happy?
I guess Mochi would be my happy.
Oh, that's a good happy.
She's just so cute. She's such a cute little puppy. We drove to Boston, Massachusetts to go get her. And her foster parents were so sweet. Like, they must have just treated her like a total princess. And not to mention, she can already sit. She does this adorable little beg. And I think she's like half potty trained already. So we're working on the potty training. We're working on getting her to not eat every leaf she sees. but we are having so much fun so far. But the puppy stage does not last forever. Thank God, and also I will be sad. But
Yeah. You have to teach her how to high five. I taught Styles how to high five. It's the greatest trick.
Oh my gosh, we will totally do that. Right now, I just need her to get out from under my desk again. So yeah, that's my happy.
It's a good happy. Good old Mochi.
Nobody can say that a puppy is not a happy.
No. Well then I guess that'll do it for us this week. Nice succinct one.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll do it for us this week. If you'd like to find us online, you can find us on TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, hi, hello. Give us a like, a comment, a subscribe. The algorithm loves us if you love us. And of course, please suggest topics that you'd like to see covered. This topic was actually suggested to us. And of course, we had to cover it. Otherwise, though, thanks for joining us this week, and we will see y'all next time. Bye!
Bye!
Exploit your friends. Do it for fandom.